Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome to this Hatha Yoga session with me, Avinash. Now in today's Hatha Yoga practice, we will be working with a lot of things. We're going to be going with warm-ups, sequences and holding into the posture. So just make sure that in this power pack session, you give your best, challenge yourself, stay as much as possible into the posture and into the practices. If any time you need the variations, there will be variations given into the practice. Feel free to use the variation and feel free to take your own time into the practice. And without any further delay, let's get started. So first we're starting with our centering for today. Let's come in a cross-leg position. Keep your back straight. Hands in chin mudra, shoulders relaxed and eyes closed. Let us slowly bring our awareness towards ourselves. Start to deepen your breath. And start to become more conscious about your breathing. Observe your complete body from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. And don't let any other sound or any other thought distract you at this moment. Just observe, how are you feeling with the body today? If there's any tension, any soreness towards any part of the body. Mentally prepare yourself for the upcoming practice. And let us join the hands to the heart center now. We'll start with 3 Omkaras together. Slowly start to bring your palms and generate a good amount of heat. Make a cup of your palms, place it over your eyes, your facial muscles, and then very slowly open your eyes with a few blinks, looking into your palms. Wonderful. Perfect. So now let's get started with our warm-ups for today. The first things first, let's come into a tabletop position on your palms and on your knees for our first warm-up. Trying to keep the palms shoulder distance apart, trying to keep the knees hip distance apart. Once that is in check, now
just walk your hands one step forward from where it was, from underneath your shoulder. You try to bring the palms one step forward, and then very slowly take a deep breath, inhale, and lift your right hand up from the right side. Try to stretch the hand up nicely, making sure your chest is facing to the right side. As you exhale, very slowly take the right hand down from underneath your left hand. Keep the right hand stretched to the left side. Keep the right shoulder down, right ear down, and look to your left side. With inhalation, slowly come up, untwist, and bring the hand up. You can look either up or you can look to the side. Both are fine. Going for 4 more times into this thread and needle pose. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Awesome. Very slowly keep your right palm down into the same line of your left, and then lift your left hand up, going for thread and needle. Once again, exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist, and inhale, up. Very slowly keep your left palm down on the mat, and then very slowly just bring your palms back, and this wrist comes once again in line with your shoulders. Okay, keeping the palms shoulder distance apart, very important. Turn the toes in now and try to keep your foot completely tucked in. Once that is done, take a deep breath, inhale from here very slowly. Start to arch from the back and try to look forward, maybe slightly up if it is comfortable for you, for the neck. As you exhale, very slowly start to hunch from the back, lift your knees off the floor and push back into your Parvatasana. Try to press the heels down nicely, try to press the shoulders back without moving your palms. Look towards your knees. And once again, inhale, keep the knees down in its place, arch. Exhale, back to Parvatasana. From Marjarasana, once again, inhale, arch. Exhale, back to Parvatasana. Keep moving. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Back to the mountain pose. Inhale, arch. Exhale, back to the mountain pose. One more time. Inhale, knees down, arch. Exhale, back to the mountain pose. Into the mountain pose. Nicely push your heels down, look towards your knees. Breathe in. As you breathe out, very slowly step your right foot outside your right palm. Exhale, continue, and left foot outside your left palm. Now don't move your palms from its place, and then very slowly take your right leg back once again and left leg back. Once again, come into the mountain pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Once again, right leg out, left leg out, and come into the Malasana. All right, let's do it for a few more times. Take the right leg back, left leg back, mountain. Right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. Right leg back, left leg back, mountain. Right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. Right leg back, left leg back, mountain. Right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. Right leg back, left leg back, mountain. Right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. 2 more times. Right leg back, left leg back, mountain. Right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. One last time. Right leg back, left leg back, mountain. And right leg out, left leg out, Malasana. Very slowly come into a full squat. And if it is comfortable for you, now very slowly take the hands off the floor, press the thighs away from the triceps, and join the hands to the heart center. Quick 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now very slowly press from the feet and start to push up. Slowly stand up on the mat. Awesome. We're done with our warm-ups. Now moving ahead with our sequence for the day. Going for Shivananda style of Surya Namaskar for about 5 rounds. The last cycle will be a bit modified.
So let's start with the first set, a little slow, then we'll pick up the pace, and in the last cycle, we'll understand the modification as well. Okay, so let's come to the beginning of your mat. Feet together, roll the shoulders back, keep the chest out, squeeze in the buttocks, back flat, join the hands to the heart center. Take a deep breath, inhale, and then very slowly start to raise your hands up from the front, come all the way up, arch. As you exhale, slowly start to bend forward down and try to reach for the mat. If you're not comfortable by reaching to the mat, go for the toes, and if you want, you can also bend the knees to keep the back more straight. With inhalation, take your right leg back on the mat, right knee down on the ground with the right toe out. Look forward, shoulders up into Ashwasanchalan. Left leg goes back into Santulan Asana. Lean forward, shoulders exactly over the wrist. Knees should be straight. Try to be on the top of your toes. Engage your buttocks, engage your abdominal muscles. Keep the back flat. And knees, chest, chin down on the ground. Take a deep breath. Inhale, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale, back to Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, step your right foot in, left knee down on the ground, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg in, come into a forward bend. Inhale, start to raise your hands up from the front and arch. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Let's continue like this. Breathe in, raise the hands up, arch. Breathe out, bend forward down. Inhale, left leg back this time, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, right leg back into Santulan Asana. Hold the breath here, knees down, chest down, chin down on the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, step your left foot in, right knee down on the ground. By any chance, if the left foot or the right foot does not come exactly in between your both the legs, in one step and stays somewhere behind like this, please always make sure to use your hand, take your time, and bring it forward, okay? Don't stay somewhere here like this. Now, exhale, take the right leg in, come into a forward bend. Inhale, start to raise your hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Moving to the second cycle. Breathe in, Hastuttanasana. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, right leg back, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, and hold the breath into Santulan Asana. Knees, chest, chin down on the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, take the right leg in, left knee down on the ground, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg in into Padahastasana. Inhale, Hastuttanasana. Exhale, Pranamasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, left leg back, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, right leg back, Santulanasana. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left leg in, right knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, right leg in, Padahastasana. Inhale, up. Exhale to the heart center. Third cycle. Breathe in, raise the hands up. Breathe out, bend down. Breathe in, right leg back, right knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Left leg back, Santulan Asana. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin down, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, right leg in, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg in, Padahastasana. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the heart center. Breathe in, raise the hands up. Breathe out, bend down. Breathe in, left leg back, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Right leg back, Santulan Asana. Knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left leg sorry, right leg in, left knee down on the ground. Exhale, left leg in, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to the heart center. Let's continue. Breathe in, raise the hands up. Breathe out, bend down. Breathe in, left leg back, left knee down. Breathe out, right leg back, lean forward. Knees, chest, chin down, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot in, right knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, right leg in, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to the heart center. Moving on to the fourth cycle, just last two more. Inhale, raise the hands up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, right leg back, right knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg back, Santulan Asana. Knees, chest, chin down on the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, right leg in, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg in, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, bend down. Breathe in, left leg back, left knee down. Breathe out, right leg back, plank. Knees, chest, chin down on the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left leg in, right knee down. Exhale, right leg in, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. One final cycle with a bit of a modification. Let's understand the modification during the cycle itself. Let's once again join the hands. Breathe in, raise the hands up. Breathe out, bend forward down. Breathe in, take the right leg back, right knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Breathe out, left leg back, come into Santulan Asana. Now in Santulan Asana, slowly take the right knee towards your right elbow. Hold it there for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take the right leg back, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, right leg in, left knee down, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, left leg in. Once again, come into a forward bend. Now this time, if you're comfortably reaching the toes or the ground, please hold your big toes with the first 2 fingers of your hand and start to give yourself a pull into your Padangusthasana and stay there for about next 5 more breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With inhalation, slowly raise your hands up from the front. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Last half, breathe in, raise the hands up. Breathe out, bend forward down. Breathe in, left leg back, Ashwasanchalan. Breathe out, right leg back, Santulan Asana. This time, left knee comes close to your left elbow. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take the leg back, knees down, chest down, chin down on the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, left leg in, right knee down on the ground. Exhale, right leg in. Once again, hold the big toes and pull yourself. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With inhalation, release and come up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Awesome. Perfect. So everyone, we are done with all the 5 cycles. I hope you're feeling completely warmed up right now. feeling that heat throughout the body. We'll just take a quick moment to settle down the breath and bring it back to its natural movement. Once we are done with that, we will be moving ahead into the practice. Now, to settle down the breath, let's keep the feet apart, hands away, eyes closed, and stay there for 5 counts. Normal breaths, deep breaths, whatever is comfortable for you right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly open your eyes. Awesome. Right, let's move ahead into the practice. Now, first things first, let's try to come to the center of the mat. And once that is done, just keep your feet together for once. After that, from here, let's try to open the legs for a good stance of approximately 3.5 to 4 feet of a distance. Once that is in check, now I want you to turn your right toe to the right side. Just make sure your right heel is in line with your left heel or to the center of your left foot, but both the leg needs to be in one line. Once this is done, now take a deep breath, inhale, and raise your both the hands to the shoulder level. As you exhale, just bend your right knee. Make sure you check the right knee, and the right knee should come in line with your heel. If it stays slightly behind, that is fine, but it should not be bending too much further from the ankle side. Okay, once this is done, with exhalation, bend and see if you can keep the right hand down outside your right foot with the left hand stretching up towards the ceiling. If it is not comfortable for you to reach completely down for today, just keep the right forearm down on the right thigh and stretch the left hand up. In both the cases, if you are comfortable, try to take the left hand further over the head and see if you can look to your tip of your fingers. If not, you can just look down and stay there. All right, staying into Parshvakonasana. Breathe. 1. Keep the back leg straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last breath. 7. And with inhalation, slowly come up. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Now turn the right toe in. Turn the left toe out to the left side. When you turn the toes, just try to be aware that you're not moving your heels from its place as the foot stays in one line because of that. Once this is done, also have a check in the distance. If it has become wider by slipping on the mat, make sure you bring it in back to its natural or the comfortable distance. Once again, breathe in, both the hands to the shoulder level. As you exhale, bend down and do the same variation, either this or this, whatever you did on the other side. If the right hand was like this, keep it this way. If the other hand was like this, keep it this way. And hold. 1. Any tension to the neck, you can always look down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last breath. 7. And with inhalation, slowly once again come up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Turn the toes back in. Make sure both the feet are still in one line. Once that is in check, now once again, turn the right toe to the right side and turn the left toe inwards this time for a 45-degree angle. Once that is in check, now first raise your hands up to the shoulder level from the sides. As you exhale, slowly start to bend the right knee and join the hands to the heart center. You have to bring the left tricep on top of your right thigh and try to look to the other side. keeping your elbows straight. If it is comfortable, you bring your armpit close enough to your right thigh and try to push that left foot down nicely. Make sure it is not coming up like this. If it's really struggle, you can bring your left foot on toes. Otherwise, try to keep the heel down and stay there into Parivritta Parshvakonasana. Hold there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last breath, 7, and with inhalation, slowly come back up. Turn the right toe in, turn the left toe out to the left side. Turn the right toe inwards for a 45-degree angle once that is set. Now, inhale, one more time, both the hands to the shoulder level. Exhale, while twisting, join the hands and twist nicely from the torso. Look to your left side and maintain the position. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last breath, 7, and with inhalation, slowly untwist, come back, exhale, keep your both the hands down, let the left toe be turned to the left side, and keep your both the hands down on that. Take the left leg back, come into a mountain position. Okay? Come into a nice mountain position, push the heels down, spread the fingers, look towards your knees. With inhalation, lift your right leg up in the air as high as possible. As you exhale, step your right foot outside your right palm. Keep the left knee down with the left toe out. Okay? Now, just make sure that your both the palms and the right foot is in one line. Once that is in check, make sure your right knee is in line with your heel and you're comfortably sinking the pelvis down. You're trying to push the pelvis down. Once that is done, now turn the left toe in, and if it is comfortable, you flex and fold the leg. See if you can reach your right hand towards your left foot and start to give the foot a little bit of a pull. If by any chance you feel that the knee which is down on the ground is not comfortable, you can use a cushion underneath your knee, or you can maybe fold your mat into two and just be in the position for the comfort of your knee with a folded mat or with a cushion, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay? Let's pull the leg, and if by any chance you're not able to grab the leg from here, just keep reaching it or keep trying to fold it. If you have a strap or if you have a cloth, you can use it, a hand towel, and you can just wrap it around the ankle and pull it. Okay? Now, either look to the right side or look up and feel the stretches coming from the left leg, right leg, hip, and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Very slowly bring the leg down. If looking up is a challenge for the neck, you can always look down on the mat. Don't worry about that. Okay? Now keep the whole palm down, the right palm. Take the right leg back and come into a mountain position comfortably. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, once again, left foot goes outside your left palm and the right knee stays down. Once again, into a low lunge quad stretch. Once you are in the position, lift your right foot up. Take the left hand back. Catch hold of your feet. Sink the pelvis. Look up, look down, whatever is comfortable. Just make sure that the right ear is not falling towards the shoulder. You need to push the shoulder away from the ear, okay? Or the ear away from the shoulder, both are same. 1. Keep pulling how much of it is comfortable for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very slowly release the leg down, keep the palm down, take the left leg back, come into a mountain position one more time. Keep the knees down here, take a deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, now I want you to slowly keep your both the forearms down on the mat. After keeping the forearms down, you can always just grab your elbows once to check the distance between your hands. And once that is done, you just make sure that the elbows are exactly underneath your shoulders. After that, you can keep your fist like this, you can keep your palms like this, and then I want you to stretch your right leg back as far as possible. Okay, try to be on the top of your toes with the back leg. And after that, stretch your left leg also back, coming into a elbow plank with it. Okay, once we are in the elbow plank, now keep the back flat, keep the buttock squeezed, and hold it there for another 10 deep breaths. Let's start the breathing now. 1. You will soon start to feel a little bit of a vibration coming from the body. That's a good sign. Just make sure your back is flat, abdomen engaged, low body engaged. 3. Stay strong, slow breaths. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Well done. Slowly keep your both the knees down one by one. Come on your palms one by one back to the tabletop position. And from the tabletop position, very slowly, open your knees wider for once and sit back into a child's pose. Stretch your hands nicely. Keep your elbows straight. Hip rested properly on the heels and head down. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very slowly come back on your palms, back to the tabletop position. Okay, from the tabletop, turn the toes in, lift your knees off the floor, and now I want you to slowly step your right foot outside your right palm once again. Keep the left knee down, left toe out, and just try to stretch the left leg back, how much of it is possible for you. Then keep your both the forearms down once again, in line with your right foot. Your both the elbows should be in line with your right foot. And then, if it's too easy for you, just lift the back knee off the floor. Otherwise, just keep it down with the toe out. Chin tucked in. Make sure the neck is in line with your rest of the spine. And don't drop it like this. Okay? Hold it there for about next 7 breaths into a lizard lunge. Uttana Prasthasana. 1, 2, 3. If the right leg pushes away, something like this, try to bring it closer and make sure the whole foot is down. 5, 6. Last breath. 7. And then very slowly, come onto your palms one by one. Take the right leg back, coming into the mountain. Now, left foot outside your left palm. Keep the right knee down, right toe out. Once again, both the forearms down, one by one. Elbows in line with your left foot. Turn the toe if it is comfortable, lift the knee. If you did it on the other side, then only do it. If the knee was down on the other side, keep it down here as well. Okay? And hold. 1. Just make sure your neck is not dropping. Be active. 2, 3. Stay strong, guys. 4, 5, 6,
and 7. Very slowly, come onto your palms one by one. Take the leg back, come into the mountain. From the mountain, keep your knees down and sit back into Vajrasan. From Vajrasan, let us quickly stretch the legs out on the mat and bring the feet together, trying to keep the foot flexed, back straight. If for the next position we are going into a forward bend, if by any chance you feel that the lower back is stiff or the hamstrings are tight and you're going forward but the back is hunching something like this and you're not able to fully feel the stretch, you will bend the knees a little bit, something like this. First focus on lengthening the spine and then start to focus on going down. Remember, touching the head to the knee or to the shin bone is not the goal right now. We need to first lengthen the spine, push the abdomen, then chest, and then the forehead, how much ever it is possible for us. Okay? So don't keep the back hunched, keep it straight. Now let's go into Paschimottanasana. Keep your back straight, toes flexed in, palms next to your hip. Breathe in, raise your hands up from the front. As you exhale, slowly start to bend forward down. Now, if it is comfortable for you, you can grab your big toes with the first two fingers of your legs for today. If it is more comfortable for you, just see if you can catch hold of your feet from the sides. And remember, if you feel stiff with the back, or in general, if you have lower back pain, in the forward bend, you can just take it a little easy and hold it there into Paschimottanasana with bent knees and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. With inhalation, start to raise your hands up from the front. As you exhale, bring the hands down. Wonderful. Once again, fold your legs back into Vajrasan, and from Vajrasan back into a tabletop position. But this time leave out some space in front of you on the mat and try to be a little back on the mat. Once this is done, now the toes can be turned out, relaxed. Once this is done, just make sure your hip is not going to move now. It's exactly in line with your knees. And after that, from here, you will start to walk your hands forward, straight, how much ever it is possible for you. You keep the palms down, you keep the forearms down, and if possible, you keep the chin down. If chin is not comfortable, you can keep the forehead down. And once anything is comfortable, forehead, chin, that is done, you try to consciously push your chest down towards the ground. So you feel the stretch constantly coming from your chest, shoulders, abdomen, and then arch from the back. Holding it there into an extended puppy pose, Utthana Shishuvasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, last breath, 5, and very slowly come back on to your palms. After coming back to the palms, lie down on the abdomen. Okay? Lie down on your abdomen, flat. Take the hands back. From here, let's fold the legs one by one and catch hold of your ankles one by one. Just make sure you're comfortably settling on the mat first. Once that is done, catching hold of the ankles. Now after this, we'll be inhaling and we'll be lifting our chin, chest
and the legs off the floor as high as possible. Just make sure that you're not bending the elbows and pulling the legs towards your head or the hands. You need to keep the elbows straight and let it stretch up. Okay? Going into Dhanurasana, inhale and lift.
Hold it there and breathe. 1, 2, try to have control over your breath. It may be a little challenging to breathe right now as the abdomen is down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very slowly come down and relax your legs down. Awesome. After this, very slowly, you can either take a turn or just switch on the other side and lie down on your back, something like this. You can take a turn on the same side also, that is completely fine. Once this is done, let us fold our legs and bring the heels close to the hips. Bring the hands close to your body. And going for our next position, bridge pose, Setu Bandha Asana. Okay, let's take a deep breath, inhale, and lift your pelvis off the floor as high as possible. See if you want to interlock your fingers. You can interlock your fingers and hold it there for next 5 breaths. 1, hip higher. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very slowly bring the pelvis down and rest your hip. Once this is done, now we're going with our next few position, which will be your Sarvangasana and Halasana. Now when we're doing the Sarvangasana and Halasana, we'll just have a look once what to do, and then we will move ahead together. So first things first, we will be keeping our legs straight on the mat. We exhale and lift the legs up, then lift the hip up, trying to support the lower back immediately with the palms and trying to stretch the legs up. You can point your toes out and try to keep the legs straight. If the weight is falling too much on your hands, that means there could be a position something like this where the hip is falling more on the hands. So you just make sure that you push the hip more back. Okay? After spending into the time into the Sarvangasana, we will try to take our legs more over the head into Halasana and hold it there for another few breaths. Once we are done with this, we will fold the legs and slowly come down. Just make sure in both the position, the neck should be comfortable, the back should be comfortable. If you have tightness or stiffness towards the neck or the back, just make sure you're taking it as per your comfort. By any chance, if you're not able to lift the hip off the ground for today, just practice lifting the legs up for 90 degree, and if possible, try to also practice pushing the hip up from the ground, something like this. Okay? Try to make the body light. Now let's go together into Sarvangasana and then continuing with Halasana. From there, breathe in, breathe out, and going into Sarvangasana first. Support the low back, stretch the legs up, and breathe. 1. Remember, try not to move your neck right or left here in Sarvangasana or Halasana. Just keep looking up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now very slowly start to take your legs over the head. If the toes are touching the ground, good. If it is not touching the ground, that is also fine. Just let it be in the air, but make sure you're not pressurizing your neck or the back. 1. Do not lose the balance.
Just make sure your balance is to the center. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very slowly fold the legs and lower your pelvis and the legs as slow as possible onto the mat. Stretch your legs out on the mat. Now if it is comfortable, just immediately take your both the palms underneath your hip, support or push from your elbows and try to lift your chest up and see if you can keep the crown of your head down on the mat, something like this. If it is not comfortable for today, just come onto your elbows and drop the head back like this into Matsyasana, a counter position for our Halasana and Suravangasana for the neck. Just make sure you're comfortable with the neck. You can close your eyes and hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very slowly bring the neck back to the center. Make sure you're comfortable. Moving ahead with our last position. Pull the right knee close to the chest and open your right hand to the shoulder level from the right side. With exhalation, turn your neck to the right side and start to press your right knee towards your left side, going into Supta Matsyendrasana. Just make sure your right shoulder is not lifting off the floor, and then you can press your leg how much ever it is comfortable for you. Keep breathing. 1, you can always close your eyes here for a comforting experience into the posture. 2, just make sure you're having deep breaths right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. With inhalation, slowly untwist. Come back to the center. Stretch your right leg out. Fold the left leg in. Open your left hand to the shoulder level and twist. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. With inhalation, slowly untwist. Come back to the center. Stretch your left leg out on the mat. Keep your feet apart, hands away from the body, palms facing up to the ceiling, eyes closed. Adjust your back, your neck, arms, legs. Do any last minute adjustments which makes you feel more comfortable into your Shavasana. And before we completely go into the deep relaxation of Shavasana, let us go with a humming sound for about 3 times together. Inhale.
relax. Feel the vibrations and the calmness throughout the body and the mind. And now very slowly come back to your body consciousness. Sensitize your toes, your fingers, palms, and start to feel your complete body. Very slowly bring your feet together. Stretch you both the hands above your head, interlock your fingers, flip the palms out. Start to stretch your arms and the legs, lengthen your spine, stretch, 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 and relax. Very slowly take a turn towards your right side. Keep your right hand under your head as a support, left palm in front of your chest on the mat. With the support of your left palm, slowly try to come up. Sit in any comfortable position. Let us join the hands to the heart center. We'll close the practice with 1 Om and 3 Shanti together. Take a deep breath, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly start to bring your palms, generate a good amount of heat. Make a cup of your palms, place it over your eyes, your facial muscles. Spread the energy down to your neck, arms, chest, abdomen, back, and the legs. And then very slowly open your eyes with a few blinks looking into your palms. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me in this Hatha Yoga practice today. I hope you're feeling completely fresh, relaxed, and much more energetic as compared to the start of the practice. I'll be looking for your feedback, your valuable feedback on our Facebook community, Stronger Together with Cult Fit Home. Till then, please take care. I'll see you once again next time in another session. For now, this is me, Avinash, signing off.
For more such workout videos, download the Culprit app now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Cult.